Are you able to apply your coil to a new form of rocketry and, regardless of the payload, not have to return to Earth for more fuel and to keep it moving on its own steam, so to speak?
Keep it moving what?
Keep it moving on its own, like the
Trajectory through space?
Exactly. Is that a possibility? Or is that a probability?
The paper that was written for me, he actually titled my paper, James Martin. When I spoke at Aerospace America, I spoke at the Town and Country Hotel, hundreds of nuclear physicists. The paper was called Low-Cost Propulsion Based Upon the Reevaluation of the Physics of Matter. You asked me. I can do one better than that. I can state Dennis Watts from NASA, of Boeing Electronics, wrote an endorsement on my work. I guess we can pull it up. It'd be a little hard to find because I don't have the whole endorsement there because part of it was very scary. So Susan, who I work with, who's my technical writer, refused to put the whole thing in. It was her decision. I go by what her decisions are. But he said, Dennis Watts, he was in charge of communications for the International Space Station. He said that this discovery makes us intergalactic citizens, makes mankind intergalactic citizens. Giving this talk would be going against what he actually wanted, because he didn't want it discussed so loosely. But I guess let's go there. Okay, that's my logo, times divide, plus and minus on a circle. You can just, yeah, go ahead. This is written by Susan. Thank you, Susan. Okay, that's my discovery. That took 20 years to figure out how to apply to technology. I'm not even going to explain it right now. Rodin vortex-based mathematics energy schematic. Looks pretty simple, huh? That's the application that took decades upon decades. We'll stop there for 1 second. With that right there, independent of me, without me, anybody in any organization, any institution, once properly understanding of what that is, could create and do anything that you can imagine, bar nothing.
So you could put that in a rocket, fly to the sun, keep a communications device up there.
And served iced tea on the sun without any problem.
And beam the rays of the sun back to the Earth.
You don't need to beam the rays of the sun back to the Earth. With this, you got more power than the sun, anywhere you take it. With this, you can make the waves of the sea from a drop. With this, you can make the rays of the sun from an atom. This is untrammeled, all-encompassing energy.
So you don't need to go anywhere with this.
No, I'm just. I like your questions. When I like your questions, I like to come back at you. Okay. But no, you can go anywhere with it. You can use it. You can use it for. You can make it a kid's toy. You know, you can use it to run a Barbie video game. It doesn't have to be the way I say it or do it. All it is a principle. Okay? The difference is conventional principles, how we use math today, it renders things, it models things, it approximates reality. That's where mine picks up and goes to the next level. I'm not modeling anything, okay? My model is the thing. In other words, I found them, as Russell Blake from Microsoft said, he said that what was important in my work that I must show everybody is that I discovered that math and physics are the same.
I'm just simply trying to deduce the practical application because we have a very real...
Practical application is obsolete petroleum as a fuel source, okay? Practical application is on the bottom of this page. I have an endorsement from the German Journal of Oncology, which is the most prestigious journal in the world, which is the study of cancer. My claims are that I end all diseases, that I can produce unlimited food. Will I live long enough probably to accomplish that? Probably not. Would it take me very long? No. What?
Couldn't you use your very device to prolong your own life?
But that would be a field of dreams. I don't have the resources right now. Are you offering me the resources?
I absolutely am.
Well, yeah, you can be sure the first thing I apply to is my health. Can I finish here? Let's see where I've taken it. I've covered 396. I've covered mirroring from the inside out. I haven't explained that this is an X, Y, Z non-Cartesian coordinate system that maps perfectly how things move. I haven't explained that this is elastic and that because it's all diagonals, because matter cannot go vertically, and no matter can go in a straight line. That's how they proved relativity. They did an eclipse of the sun. They saw a distant star's photon being bent by the sun's gravities, and that proved that that Einstein was right, curvature of space-time reality, because the photon was bending. That's a diagonal, that's a spiral, and that's what this is. I didn't show how you go out, in, out, back in, out, compression, decompression. The 9 makes a diamond. The diamond represents perfection, and that's really what the number 9 is. Every one of these angles, every one of these are a plane of spatial orientation. Every one of them is a spin state on an atomic level. But that's beyond my capacity to describe at this point. Suffice to say that the 396 is you leave it alone. There's nothing there. It's a higher dimensional flux field. It is displacing this symbol. It's too bad, because I can go into a lot of illustrations. Some of the mathematical proofs are really beautiful, like harmonic cascade. It's like going over the surface. Because all these numbers, what this is it's a blueprint on how to piece numbers back together. Numbers are a jigsaw puzzle. They're a mosaic. It's like Humpty Dumpty. You can piece them back together. These are really the pieces of a cosmic egg. And instead of numbers being single and isolated and alone by themselves, you can graph them all together like you do with a quad-ruled piece of paper. This was an impromptu, informal class. In reality, this should have been a video, and it should have been a textbook, and there should have been chapters, and things should have been, codified. But all I can say is I've tried my best all my life to get it there, and I've just not been able to get it there. But that's really what you deserve. Things should be done in a much more professional manner. Yeah. This is religious mysticism. This is where I learned my math.